Good morning, everyone. Today we shall start revision for chapter 6 of history textbook Weavers, Iron Smelters, and Factory Owners. In this picture, we may observe trading ships on the port of Surat in 17th century. Surat, a famous city in Gujarat on the west coast of India, and which was one of the most important ports of the Indian Ocean trade. And its importance declined in the 18th century. This chapter tells the story of the crafts and industries of India during British rule by focusing on two major industries, namely textile and iron and steel industry. Britishers came as traders and slowly they control over people as well as resources. Both industries were crucial for the industrial revolution in the modern world. Britain came to be known as the workshop of the world. The industrialization of Britain had a close connection with the conquest and colonization of India. तो ब्रिटेन में जो इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन हो रहा था वो क्लोज कनेक्टेड है इंडिया के साथ. इन चैप्टर 2 ट्रेड टू टेरिटरी, इन चैप्टर 2 ट्रेड टू टेरिटरी जो हमने पढ़ा था तो उसमें हमने काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें कवर की थी. इसकी इंग्लिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनीज इंटरेस्ट इन ट्रेड led to occupation of territory and how the pattern of trade changed over the decades. In the late 18th century, the company was buying goods in India and exporting them to England and Europe, making profit through the sale. With the growth of industrial production, British industrialists began to see India as a vast market for their industrial products, and over time, manufactured goods for Britain began flooding India. So, in this chapter, we shall mainly highlight the British impact on India. Indian textile at the world market. Situation of textile production. Around 1750, before the British conquered Bengal, India was by far the world's largest producer of cotton textiles. Indian textile had long been renowned both for their fine quality and exquisite craftsmanship. They were extensively traded in Southeast Asia and West and Central Asia. From the 16th century, European trading companies began buying Indian textile for sale in Europe. This is known as Patola weave, and Patola was woven in Surat, Ahmedabad, and which was highly valued in Indonesia. It became part of the local weaving tradition there. Words tell us histories. वर्ड्स जो हमें हिस्ट्री बताते हैं. यूरोपियन ट्रेडर्स फर्स्ट एनकाउंटर्ड फाइन कॉटन क्लॉथ फ्रॉम इंडिया carried by Arab merchants in Mosul. Mosul is a place in present day Iraq. So they begin referring to all finally woven textile as मुस्लिन. तो यूरोपियंस जो हैं इन्होंने फर्स्ट टाइम पर इंडियन कॉटन को कहाँ देखा था? मोसुल में. तो इस वजह से इसका नाम इन्होंने क्या रख दिया, दैट्स वाई दे कॉल्ड इट मुस्लिन। इस कॉटन क्लॉथ्स को मुस्लिन का नाम दे दिया इन्होंने। ए वर्ड दैट एक्वायर्ड वाइट करेंसी। When the Portuguese first came to India in search of species, they landed in Calicut on the Kerala coast in southwest India. The cotton textile which they took back to Europe along with the species. तो स्पेसिस के साथ वो यहाँ से कॉटन टेक्सटाइल्स भी लेकर के गए। केम टू बी कॉल्ड कैलिको, और उनको क्या नाम बताया गया, कैलिको, डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम कैलिकट। तो कैलिकट से हुआ था ये सारा ट्रेड, तो दैट्स वाई इट नोन एज कैलिको। एंड सब्सिक्वेंटली कैलिको बिकेम द जनरल नेम फॉर ऑल कॉटन टेक्सटाइल्स। This is a page from an order book of the East India Company in 1730, and this bill presents a list of 98 varieties of cotton and silk cloths. A list of 98 varieties of cotton and silk cloths. These were known by their common name in the European trade as piece goods. Usually woven cloth pieces that were 20 yards long and 1 yard wide. This cloth, known by different name, printed cotton cloths called chints, kozas and bandana. Do you know where the English term chints come from? It is derived from the Hindi word chint, a cloth with small and colorful flowery design. This is the picture of cloth chints, flowery design cloth. From the 1680s, there started a craze for printed Indian cotton textile in England and Europe, mainly for their exist floral designs, fine texture and relative cheapness. Rich people of England, including the Queen herself, rich people of the England, including Queen herself, wore clothes of Indian fabric. She also liked Indian clothes, Indian cotton clothes. Similarly, the word bandana now refers to any brightly colored and printed scarf for the neck or head. तो नेक और हेड पे जो वो स्कार्फ बांधते थे उसको क्या नाम देते थे, ये बंदना। This picture relates to bandana design early 20th century. In this odhni, two tie and dye silk pieces are seamed together with gold thread embroidery. तो गोल्ड थ्रेड एम्ब्रॉयडरी के साथ जो इसको अटैच किया जाता था। बांधना पैटर्न्स वर मोस्टली प्रोड्यूस्ड इन राजस्थान एंड गुजरात। द टर्म डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम बांधना। अब जो ये वर्ड था बांधना, वो किससे बना हुआ है, बांधना, टाई, टाई वर्ड जो होता है, एंड रेफर टू ए वैरायटी ऑफ ब्राइटली कलर्ड क्लॉथ प्रोड्यूस्ड through a method of tying and dyeing. There were other clothes in the order book that were noted by their place of origin: Kasim Bazar, Patna, Calcutta, Odisha, and Charpuri. And the widespread use of such words show how popular Indian textile had become in different parts of the world. This picture relates to Jamdani weave in early 20th century. Jamdani is a fine muslin on which decorative motifs are woven on the loom, typically in grey and white. तो इस पे काफ़ी सारे वुवन किए जाते थे इसमें, स्पेशली ग्रे और वाइट कलर जो है जिसमें यूज़ होता था. ऑफन ए मिक्सचर ऑफ कॉटन एंड गोल्ड थ्रेड वाज यूज्ड. गोल्ड थ्रेड जो है वो चेक कर सकते हैं हम इसमें जो यूज़ किया जाता है. एज इन द क्लॉथ इन दिस पिक्चर, द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट सेंटर्स ऑफ जामदानी वीविंग वर ढाका in Bengal and Lucknow in the United Provinces at that time. तो इंडियन क्लॉथ्स जो थे, इंडियन कॉटन क्लॉथ्स जो थे, उनकी डिमांड फॉरेन कंट्रीज में काफ़ी ज़्यादा एक्सटेंड हो रही है, बढ़ रही थी, इम्प्रूव हो रही थी. फ्रॉम द 1680s का जो हमने एक एग्जाम्पल यहाँ कवर किया, देयर स्टार्टेड ए क्रेज फॉर प्रिंटेड इंडियन कॉटन टेक्सटाइल्स इन इंग्लैंड and Europe mainly for their exquisite floral designs, fine texture, and relative cheapness. And rich people of England, including the Queen herself, वहाँ की जो क्वीन है वो खुद भी इंडियन फैब्रिक को काफ़ी ज़्यादा लाइक कर रही है. And Indian clothes called chintz, kosas, bandhana, jamdani weave were at high demand at that time. In foreign countries, demand of clothes at high rate. Okay, students, read this topic attentively, and in our next lecture, we shall continue on the next topic. Thank you.